right, they're getting into it, so I gotta get moving. Go. Should be everything, yeah. All right. There we go. Okay. CR on blue, Hickey on red. Hickory. They go by many names. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Braum to go with Misfortune, so they can't pick it against Misfortune. That's just kind of funny. Smart. And Vi coming in as well. Oh, nope. Switches to Zinzao. Okay. So go ahead and look at the standings while we're waiting here. I don't remember exact. I'm not been following the Light League that much, but see, Team Hickory Esports is 10th place with 1 series win, and Team CR Class in Session is 9th place with 2 series wins. So both these teams struggling mightily this season. But hey, one of them's got to win this week, right? So and the people up above them aren't that far above them, so they still got chances at the playoffs. Although actually, I think they only have 1 more week after this one, right? I think they only have 9 weeks. Yeah, you got to hurry it up. Find some wins. Tai Nation represent. Yes, Tai is subbing in for Team Hickory today. So we'll see how he does. They did ban his Singed already, so tragic. Singed always a joy to watch, in my opinion. And CR, the Zyra is going to be jungle, I'm fairly certain, because Hernandez teaches is their jungler. And I know he is a big Zyra enjoyer, so I'm pretty sure it's Zyra jungle. What will we see to go against the Vex? We're going to see an Azir lock-in to go against the Vex. That is wild. Azir in the Light League is interesting, but I will admit it does seem very good against the team they're against. So if you can play the champion even reasonably well, I think it's a good pick in this scenario. So there you go. Going to be the Camille lock-in for Team CR. Okay. All right. Tai is the captain of Team BN, right? Yeah, he is. Okay. All right. Which comp do I like better? I think I definitely like CR's comp better. Hickey's comp as a full-on dive comp. Maybe they get some picks too, but most part of that is they go in and kill them comp. And I think CR picks some pretty good champions against that kind of comp. Zyra, as long as you're not the one getting engaged on. Braum, obviously. Azir. Miss Fortune can do a lot with it as well if she stands hard enough back. So I definitely think the CR comp outright counters the Hickey comp, but that's why they play the game. We'll see what happens. I will say one upside from a purely casting standpoint of the role quests being introduced is that the scoreboards will automatically order themselves based on who took what role quest. So I don't have to reorder them anymore if people don't line up properly in the lobby. So that's nice. Prediction started. Oh, it's not started by me. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Let's see. Rune check here. Double grasp
Minions
top.
have spawned.
I think that makes sense. Electrocute Zyra is a little bit interesting. I have no idea what you're supposed. I have no idea what people normally take on Zyra jungle though, so that's probably fine. First strike MF, I've never liked, but that's more of a personal preference rather than an objective balance idea. Yeah, double TP mid, cringe, but I get it. And here we go.
If you don't have the talent to fight, at least have the decency to die.
Good luck all. Thinking about having my team playing in your upcoming league? Absolutely. Whoever's open to more players. Feel free to check out the website and the Discord. It should be somewhere in the description. And you see you're subbed already, I assume. You've been here before? Interesting. Oh. I'm in your Discord. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Second time watching? Gotcha. Are you one of the lucky recipients of a random gifted sub? Only on my own? Wow, okay. Cool. We're finally getting out there. Okay, early gank coming in here. Nautilus dodges the Zyra E, and that'll actually save his flash, I think. Yeah, it will. Nice little juke there by Brick. And Zyra with the incredibly fast jungle clear. He's going to get jumped on by Zinzao right around the corner. And now it's really unfortunate that Zin just happened to be there and Zara walked right into range of E. And you can go ahead and take her down. Now the fight's going to continue. Obviously, Zinzao's going to try to clean up as much as he can here. Just has to be careful not to take tower shots. And you are welcome to get you and your team signed up. Just be aware that we have 2 different leagues. We have like a light league and then a higher level stout league. Guys have like a beer league, stout beer, you know. And the teams have budgets of points they can spend, and we rate every player on like a point system. So you may not be guaranteed to get to form a team with exactly who you want, depending on which league you're playing in. Or even either league, to be honest, if you're bringing like 5 Masters players or something. But yeah, we you know, we are a rec league, but we do take it. It is very competitive. We take it pretty seriously. So we aren't that good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I would say this is a light league match you're watching right now. And this is, I'd say the average elo range here is about high gold, low plat. But there's some people above that, some people below that. I would say on minimum, you probably don't want to be below silver. I think if you're like bronze or iron, you might have 2 out of a time competing. But you know, anywhere through silver through emerald, all play in the light league. So flat low emerald. Okay. And we'll have to see what you get rated then. You're kind of in that sweet spot between both leagues, unfortunately. But yeah, this one's about high gold, low plat, and the other league is about high emerald, low diamond. So we'll have to see, though. I mean, we don't know what all the setup is going to be yet for next season. We kind of figure that we don't figure that out way ahead of time. So who knows? But yeah, it just depends on what you guys get rated. I will say, if you're looking to get in quick, hold on, let me talk about this actual fight first. Hickory gonna go ahead and move in on Dragon, grabs it no problem because CR is split up, not able to contest. Yeah, I know if you're looking to play like really soon, it would probably be best to look elsewhere because next season probably won't start until like at least June. So yeah, I mean, if the beer league grows to the point where we could have like 3 different, like multiples, like more than 2 skill level leagues, that'd be cool. But who knows? I think we're still pretty new at making 2 of them work, let alone 3. So. Plus, I think we don't want to create so many leagues that friends don't feel too pressured to not play together for the sake of team optimization, right? So like, you know, we have the higher level league, which goes up to like low masters or so, but we still have some players in there that aren't anywhere near masters, right? But if we made like a higher league, we wouldn't want to like exclude anyone below diamond or whatever, you know. So because the reason we split the league in the first place was because the higher it was getting to a point where the high cost players literally could not find teams because we couldn't, the budgets just didn't work. So and anyone can play in a higher league if they want. You know, that's at team's discretion. But the lower league, we have point caps that you have to be below before if you want to play on that one. Tai with the solo kill in the top lane. Good job to Tai. Was it a solo kill? I've been too busy yapping about league stuff. I better pay attention to the actual game here. But yes, good job, Tai. Nope. House helped. Okay, I believe it. I'm gonna stop yapping with chat now. I'm gonna actually pay attention to the game here. Nice flank here by Vex, and Nautilus is gonna go in. No ulti though, so it doesn't have the obviously the ulti to follow up. Ooh. Oh, that was almost a phenomenal MF ulti, but they're able to move forward to get out of it. But now they're gonna go ahead and chase them down. They got 1 kill. Can they get 2 kills? No, great hook there by Brick, and not only, oh, I don't know how MF didn't die there, but okay. Dr. Host diagnosed him. Won't say with what, indeed. And Azir comes in to try to finish him off under the tower, but doesn't quite have the damage. Winds up going down, although Zyra is able to clean up one of them. It's so funny. I generally don't remember what I had planned to say for that clip, but I'm glad people found it funny. Cole Azir tech, yeah, he's going to scale. I mean, if you buy the full Cole and finish it, and then sell it, you make a net profit of 170 gold. Is that worth it? Meh. I don't know. I don't know. MF, great start, already has her hubris. I'm not a huge fan of hubris on MF because by the time you proc it, the fight's usually over because, you know, you've ulted and whatnot. You're not tending to, like, get more kills like you would on, like, a Jhin or a Smolder. But, I mean, it's still a very good stats package for the item. So, yeah, I was saying the same thing during draft. I think they picked against the Team Hickory comp very well. So I think Hickory's going to have to execute their comp really, really well to get past that. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Ricky. I'm inclined to agree. There's going to be a nice gank here on the Vex. Kill going over to Azir. Should be able to afford his Nashers after that. But meanwhile, the rest of Hickory is going to go grab this dragon. They are seen, but I don't think it matters. Should be able to just grab it and walk out of here. No, walk away, guys. Oh, God. So they said, we're not walking away, we're going in. You're going to find MF kind of on the back. You can get him. Oh, solid ulti there by Azir. And then MF's going to finally arrive and do a bajillion damage with that ulti. And yeah, that was definitely not a fight I would have taken there if I'm Hickory. You're already down a guy, got the objective.
It separates good hunters from dead ones.
Don't get me wrong, I like Lethality Rush on Misfortune. I just don't like Hubris. I usually go Ghostblade. You gotta double down on the speed, so you know, help for positioning for your ulti or to run people down with auto attacks. But that's just my personal preference. I play MF a little bit more aggressively than most. I'm rocking PTA and Scorch and stuff, so I'm a little bit of a psycho on the AD carry.
Keeps my fingers.
And Camille with the full Triforce already, so she has a huge lead up in the top lane. And Smep actually going for the Heartsteel on the Ornn, which is an interesting choice. Hubris is just home for multi-kill ults. No, I get it. It makes sense. To be honest, even if you're not procking it, like, this is a good ball. This is a good set of stats for what you're paying for it. So,
rewards those who wait.
Infectious Ejaculation 8. Oh my god, what a name. We're going to get a gank here in the top lane. Camille able to dodge the Ornn ulti with the Camille ulti. Well played so far, because she managed to turn this and get a kill. No, the Zyra E comes out in time to create some distance, and there Camille's going to go down. I'd rather see Hubris than the Collector. That one is true. That one I agree with. Collector is a sad, sad item these days. Justice for Collector.
Strike, my friend.
I'm also very much of the opinion that you should max W second on MF, because that attack speed boost is actually quite substantial, and the extra move speed as well. You're not really getting a ton of value by putting points in E. It's a little bit of extra damage, but unless you're going AP Misfortune for some reason, it's probably not worth it. Although the Collector just has top out in the balance. If it's too good, every ADC needs to buy it. If it isn't good, then it sucks. I mean, we've had Collector in the game for a long time. I don't know. Is there like it's clearly, like, every Collector user is basically switched to either Hubris or Hex Optics. So, I don't know. I feel like Collector could use an AD buff at the very minimum. Plus, I really like building in a Caitlyn so that my ult actually does something. Well, even Caitlyn should probably build Hubris now.
The order is given.
Which is a sad state of affairs. They should do some kind of rework to it. Yeah. Yeah, probably. And the real question is, when do they rework the Sunfire Cape? We're going to see a Camille ulti on the Ornn. Do they have the damage to finish him off? They're going for an interesting E away by Ornn, but, you know, it creates some distance, and it gets them to, gets him back off, so he survives. Ornn tanky. Tai probably pulled the trigger on the ulti a little bit too early. But then again, I guess Ornn could have flashed once he saw Zen's out, so maybe it just wasn't possible. Fight's gonna break out here. Ult's gonna come in on Zyra, and Misfortune in a really bad spot, and flashes, but doesn't flash over the wall for some reason. But now has to just keep kiting, but Zen's out is in. Can they go ahead and save the MF? Yes, they can. And Zen's gonna go down, and then now the MF ult is gonna come out. Okay, big fight here for Team CR here, and the mysterious ADC Misfortune. We have no idea who it is. Could be anybody. And Misfortune very ahead. Also, she is going Collector second, which is... I don't know. They played that one called Zyra, and it still didn't matter. Yeah. I mean, they weren't able to... They called out two different squishies and weren't able to kill either one of them, so that's tough. No, MF, I trusted you, no! Call is cashed in, GG, yep, it's over. We've got the Cole scaling. And coming in here on the Camille. I don't know how much credit he deserves for that flash, but he does end up dodging the Ornn ulti. Yeah, big gold lead here for CR, about 3,500. So they got the counter comp and the lead. Nice ulti there by Tai Tai. Though. Gonna go ahead and get Tyra, although will go down in return to the Ornn here, barring some very impressive escape. Whoa! Tai Tai's like, escape! I'm going back in, baby! It turns out it was a good call, just bait for the Xin Zhao. Okay. That's the kind of plays they're going to need to get back, to take control of this game. Well played by Tai Tai. Yeah, I think if Hickory's going to win this game, the Camille's going to need to do some serious work. And speaking of, oh, is that the great escape by Azir? Wow. I think they overplayed that a little bit. I mean, it worked. Good job to Caress.
Try a real target.
Yeah. Chris told me something beautiful once, changed my life. Okay. Let's see it. I am eagerly awaiting this earth-shattering thing that he said to you, Ree. Don't let me down. Alright, Hickory go for Dragon number 3. They do get it, but CR's moving in to respond. Pretty good MF ulti, but CR is not grouped to contest this. They're split up. So even with the good MF ulti, they're not able to actually get any kills. The anti-dive got to get into the Drakes first and make them walk into them. Agreed. Yep. Rotating quickly is more important, especially important when you're the team that's, when you're playing into them engaging on you, so for sure. And honestly, Team Hickory struggled a bit as a whole, but they've had fantastic objective control. They got grubs, and they've gotten 3 dragons so far, so they're all on soul point. The Azir's or Camille's gonna be pretty tough for Azir to deal with on the side lane because if he times it right, he can ult and dodge the Azir wall. Tough assignment. Okay, coming in here on Ornn. Should be able to get away, I think. Oh, nope, so neck that, so not know that's gonna go in, but we got Azir TPing, gonna go for the Insect. The Insect's come away from his teammates. Interesting, I wonder if he meant to do that on purpose. And now the fight's gonna continue. Nautilus is gonna get caught out, and Meph's gonna walk up and shoot Dex in the face. And Camille's just gonna happily push down bot lane towers. Unfortunately, this is a rough spot to be in terms of macro, because Baron is up, and you've got a 5v2 in the top side, and they realize that, and they're gonna start the Baron immediately. I don't like Ornn backing here, especially not backing on a ward. And I really don't like that Kai'Sa just interrupted his back, because he let them know that they know. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can maybe get a steal here. Vi sends out no, not able to get into the pit. So nice Baron take by CR. Finally have the gold lead. Reed, did you manage to get Masters yet in solo queue? I saw you were close.
The order is given.
Try a real target. This isn't a virtue. It is the virtue.
Nah, I've been busy. Haven't been able to play much. There you go. Can't lose LP that way. Smart. No, I am somehow I'm one win away from Masters once again, so here's hoping I can finish that off tonight. We'll see. And then take a break from ranked because they're gonna reset everyone above Master to 0 LP anyway, so in a couple weeks. We'll see if I even have it in me. The final push is hard. Or really easy in my experience. It's like impossible or really easy, depending on your luck. Oh no, I know Bernie had us scrim against a college team last night. That was like all Masters players, and we actually took a game off them. We went 1-1, so felt pretty good about that. I had to land against their challenger mid laner, and I held my own, so that's a nice confidence boost for me. The top 5 beer leaders could take a game off the worst LCS team out of 100 games. There you go. If we had 100 tries, we could probably take one game. I agree. I think we could take one game out of 100. Now the question is, who is your starting roster for the best top 5? That's the question. And good job by CR getting in position on this potential Dragon Soul. I'm not sure how they did that. I was too busy yapping with Rihi in the chat as usual. I guess because they had Baron, so they had Prio, so that makes sense. Yeah, all right, Rihi, if you're putting together a starting 5 from beer league players to go against this hypothetical LCS team, who's your starting 5? Eric 29 all 5 positions. Benson is water boy. You know Benson has like the highest KDA in the league this season. He's only had like 2 deaths a game. So you tell me, is he playing really, really well, or is he just a KDA player and you guys are winning? It can be both. Well, yeah, but it's easier to be a KDA player when you're winning all the time because you don't have to risk dying to try to win the game nearly as much.
Oops, my finger slipped.
I've had to put my life on the line a decent bit this season, so my deaths are up quite a bit. I've heard enough. Raise Eric's cost. He is a gamer. That is true. He is a Queer talks to move him up to a 30-pointer. Damn, that's tough. By the way, guys, we do have a Sunfire Cape sighting. Sunfire Cape on the Ornn. I see you have the commissioner tag now. Are you actually a commissioner? Or are you just on the ratings committee? I'm not 100% sure. I didn't realize you were like an actual commissioner. Yeah, they pulled me back in? Oh, okay. Wait, were you a commissioner before? I guess that would make sense, right? You've been here forever, so. Part of the OG commissioner team? Oh, yeah? Okay. Fair enough. Got voted in. And then you earn the Tyrant's label. Tough. Also, snakes and slave drivers, from what I heard. There was a rule where you couldn't be a captain and a commissioner, and you wanted to be a captain. Also, the team at the time was a bit less cohesive. I see. So you had to step down so you could become a captain. I see. I'm ready for my spot whenever. I bet.
Nope.
I really need to stop reading chat though. I'm barely paying attention to this game. Bad caster. Baron is up. Dragon, Digital Soul for Hickory is coming up as well soon. Gonna go for a nice all-in there. Mark gonna go for a nice trade there. Probably could have gone for the all-in, but doesn't know where the enemy team is. Decides to play it safe. Probably smart.
Not so bad.
You know, I think this is actually part of the reason I play more manual cam, because it's way too easy to zone out from the game when you're playing on directed cam. All right, both of these people in the top side do have TP, so the teams will gather, ready themselves. Both teams just kind of jostling for position here. Hickory's gonna go ahead and start it here. I'd like Camilla TP now. So now you're kind of conceding position on this dragon. I don't like it. Come on, call for the TP. Let's go. They're gonna rip it. And they're going in. Zenzao does manage to secure the dragon, but wins the smite battle. Is able to tank the full MF ulti because he had his ult on, and now the fight's gonna break out. Camille doesn't even bother TP, but it looks like they're gonna win the fight anyway. Okay. So Team Hickory not only secures the Dragon Soul, but wins the team fight afterwards, even without their top laner, who I don't know why on earth he didn't TP there. That was very risky to not TP. But it worked out, and that's going to be game number 1 going over to Team Hickory, I believe, if Camille's able to end here. Indeed he is. I don't see Braum. There's no way Braum can stall long enough for anyone else, so yeah, there you go. I guess him staying there meant they could end the game. So there you go. Good job to Team good job to Team Hickory. Even with the ball counter comp, they were able to find a way to secure Dragon Soul and win anyway. So good job to them. All right. Okay. And they have switched sides on me, which they like to do. I wish there was just a switch sides button, but alas, that is beyond our capabilities. Okay. And here they go. Okay. Team Hickory gonna go for the Alistar first pick. Interesting choice. Okay. And then immediately locking in the Volibear Singed. Or they're gonna lock in. They're gonna steal the Singed from Tai Tai. Lock in 2 heavy melee champs right away. And Hickory says, melee, I'll show you melee. And they lock in the Nyla immediately, which is an interesting choice. No Teemo ban? Apparently not. I mean, maybe the Teemo ban's invisible. It is possible. then gonna be Smolder pick for CR. I like the Smolder pick against Nyla. I like that a lot, actually. I think Smolder's slippery enough that it's hard for Nyla to get on him and stay on him, so... You know, Mr. Nomas, since we're in the chat, is there any chance we can get the last 2 series casted at some point? At some point next couple days or so? Hey guys, is this game 1? Well, there's a good way to tell if it's game 1, Blue Metal. If you look at the screen, and you look in the middle, down near the bottom, it will say what game it is. You are correct, Blue Metal. It is game 4. Well done. Lysandra pick. Blind pick mid. Interesting. And then saving last pick for jungle? Or maybe it's Aatrox jungle. I know that's a thing now, for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's Aatrox jungle and Cho'Gath top then. But it really could be either. The last pick, the mid laner for CR. What will it be for Mr. Caress? Gonna be Syndra last pick. Okay. Interesting choice. Not gonna lie, it's a little spooky for me. They got a lot of dive there on Team Hickey. So you're gonna have to kite well and not get caught out to make the Syndra work. It is an odd choice to save last pick for Syndra because you could just pick Syndra whenever. But you know, maybe that's just the best champion he had left available. What's up, Zor? What game is this? It's game 4. Like Blue Metal said. I don't know what happened to games 2 and 3, but this is game 4. What do I think of the drafts here? It's another very go all in comp by Hickey. They know what they like, I guess. So yeah, they're committed to it again. I don't think CR is quite as good anti-dive this time, but I think it's still pretty good. Smolder tends to be good against dive comps as long as he's not getting caught out, because he just keeps puking out damage their way. Is Caress the ADC for CR? No, he's the mid laner. Because it's Caress, Smolder, GG. Is that your way of saying you don't like his Smolder? Or that you do like his Smolder? No, you like his Smolder, it's good, okay. Out of curiosity, what champions are best against Smolder? I'm kind of curious now. Let's go ahead and look here while we're waiting. Smolder's worst matchups are... Wow, he actually has very few bad matchups. Brand, Yasuo, Senna, Twitch. Those are the only 4 matches below a 50% win rate for Smolder AD carry. Interesting. Because he is pretty safe. Draven? Draven's actually considered a neutral matchup, apparently. But, let's try... What is his best matchups? Best matchup for Corki, Callista, Ezreal, Yunara, Varus, all the short range ADCs basically. Makes sense. Draven bad? Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like the I'm surprised his win rate's so good against Caitlyn. I feel like Caitlyn would be one of the better ADCs against Smolder because you have so much range. You do lots of crit, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Smolder just outscales her too much. Interesting. Speaking of ADCs, who in the chat knows what my favorite ADC to play is? What is my go-to ADC? I did play a season of Beer League as an AD carry, so if anyone was around for that, they would know the answer. Was it Ashe? It's definitely not Ashe. I think I only played maybe 1 or 2 games of Ashe the entire season. You're on the right track, though. Here's a hint. I like lane bullies that also scale. Yep, it's Yumi AD carry. You nailed it. Caitlyn. There you go. That is correct, Stancy. Caitlyn is my go-to AD carry. Love me some Caitlyn. You just like hot girl champ? I cannot deny it. That is a good draw for me. If champion is hot girl, give him a chance for sure. I don't like all the hot girl champs though. I don't care for Kai'Sa. MF though, woo! Definitely play me some Misfortune. Big booby, am I right? Indeed. Indeed. The pinnacle of League Champion design. Also, apparently, Katarina bot lane is S tier for the last month on Lolalytics, so I have questions about that. Who the fuck out there is getting shit on by Katarina bot lane often enough that it shows up on the stats? Slammer, did you see the Sunfire win rate? Went up by 20% after that IQ game, did it? Did they build a bunch of Sunfires? Or did they lose to the Sunfires? Was this the game they lost against BN? It may or may not have backed in the last 30 seconds and all bought Sunfires. Ah, I see. Stat manipulation. Tisk. Tisk. You must have done that pretty sneakily because I don't remember that when I casted the game. All right, and here we go. It was versus Jat? Oh, okay. No, isn't that the people you just played? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I just casted you guys. Yesterday, I think, or the day before. IQ versus Jat. I don't remember seeing you guys all build Sun Arcades at the end, but I might have just not been paying attention. I am known to do that.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Opting for no teleport on the Singe, going for the Flash
Minions
Ghost.
have spawned.
Big playmaking here for Smep. First strike teleport on Syndra. I know that's the meta, but man, you give up so much laning power by doing that. No, like. But that's just my personal biases. Both junglers are going to start bot side. Actually, not sure how good Aatrox's clear is. If Caress has no deaths this game, I'll give him a big smooch. I'd be very impressed if he has a deathless game on Syndra against that comp. That would be extremely impressive. Tai holding the lave level 1 because he's against a Singed. He's like, what are you going to do about it, bro? You got nothing. And then I'm going to step in your poison for fun. Oh, by the way, Blue Metal, I asked Ree earlier because I was looking through the stats and I saw your KDA is like super duper high this season, and you're only averaging like 2 deaths a game. So tell me, is it because you're just playing that good and you're a beast, or have you been a KDA player on a winning team? Let me know. Also lucky, of course, obviously. Ooh, going for the flash W engage here on the Nami, but she should be okay. Bubble lands on the Nyla, so that will dully engage. Okay. Yeah, I think you have like a KDA of over 8. Honestly, I just know my team is really good, and as long as I give them support without dying, we win. Ah, so KDA player. Got it. KDA player on a winning team. Gotcha. You're not wrong. That's the strat I played with when I was teaming up with Eric and Bernie and Stone a couple seasons ago. Sorry for what I'm about to do. Slam Sunfire season. Are you really gonna go Sunfire on Cho'Gath against Singed? I mean, if you do, I'll flame you for the fact that you're doing it against an AP champ. Also, I wouldn't hate a Hollow Radiance here because it's an AP jungler as well. Are they gonna finish off the solo kill? Not yet, at least. Bet if I break out in the river, Aatrox has to flash away. Lysandre trying to run. Has to blow flash. How much of Smolder's damage is magic damage? Q is physical. The W is physical. E is physical. The R is physical. Oh, but it's the burn. The burn is magic. I see. I see. We're gonna look for a no, never mind. I thought it was Juggler for a second there. TyTy kind of asserting dominance here in this top lane. I feel like this has to be a Cho'Gath favorite matchup. He just has so much sustain, and I don't know if Singe can really deal with that. How much health are you getting back for these minions? 28 health and 6 mana for every CS. And are we gonna go ahead and get a munch? We are. Nice solo kill there for TyTy in the top lane. Two of them actually. Okay. TyTy doing his best to be the best sub he can be. So did they remember to lose a ban? Yeah, they did. Okay. I know that a certain team forgot to lose one of their bans in Game 1 of the series this week. Not going to name any names, but luckily the other team said it was okay. So. Collusion. No, it was we were supposed to lose a ban for Wandering Monarch when we played against DS on Sunday, and we both just forgot until after the Game 1 draft was over. So they were like, fuck it, it's fine. Given how the game went, I can guarantee that like one extra ban would not have made a difference. So anyway, Hickory gonna go ahead and grab the dragon here. 1.5k and another Solka in the top lane. TyTy really punishing them for stealing his Singe. He's like, hey, that's my shitty champion that you took. And I'm gonna show you. Honestly, no big deal. Big enough handicap having Wandering Monarch on your team. Tough. Yeah, I don't know why he was even considered a universal sub, because like we had added him to the roster like 12 days before that. Like I don't know how the schedule worked out that he was still universal sub at that point. But whatever. No, Wandering Monarch played well. He didn't really give me much to complain about during the series, so I was happy with his performance. Coached him up a little bit, talked about it, you know. There are definitely some mentally or questionable mental errors for Wandering Monarch, but if you can kind of just keep him focused, he plays quite well. This Thresh is pretty nasty. Solid fill player, yeah, for sure. And to be fair to Wandering Monarch, with all that stuff I said about questionable mental plays and mental lapses, he is not the only person on my team that I would describe that way. There is a certain ADC that I would say the same about, but he's also been doing very, very well. So, you know, stuff to be aware of and work on, but doesn't mean you're playing bad. And nice engage here by Nyla, but not enough damage to actually get kills. And Alistair's going to go in, but there's no minions there, sir. And he's going to go ahead and eat a bunch of CC, and ult eventually start to run out here. He will live. I'm kind of surprised they backed off that hard. Maybe they were afraid the jungler was there? Invade coming in on Dr. House. They're finally coming to take away his medical license, and they will succeed. Enjoy your retirement, Dr. House. And speaking of doctors, the Fart Doctor down here left in this 1v2 lane for a little bit, but he's fine. He's got under tower. He's Nyla. It's all Gucci. And Nyla still has like that EXP passive, right? Yeah. When when Nyla, what exactly does this do? Reading abilities, Slammer Jack special. When Nyla kills a minion, she and her nearest ally gains 50% of the XP they would have normally lost from sharing the kill. Interesting. Okay. I didn't realize Nyla got the XP too. Interesting. I guess that's how they forced her to go bot lane, right? Like giving her increased healing and shielding from allies, and they also get the increased amount. Like they knew that people would want to play Nyla solo lane, so they used to be 100%. I could believe that, or maybe that was Mordekaiser, that the first Mordekaiser rework that everyone hated, that I thought was hilarious. I know that was crazy for a while. Caress gonna go for a kill here. Not quite able to get it though. Oh, HCKY going for another kill. Gonna be his 4th solo kill in the top lane. He's really having a hard time. HCKY really leaving his mark on this game. Up almost 2,500 gold. Do I do a stack check here for Smolder? 865 stacks here at 11 minutes. I have no idea how good that is. No love greater than Hickey and bringing in a 4-point top laner to save their squad. TBH, my team got shit on by their whole team. Yeah. Hey, you guys aren't the last place team, as these teams are. Whichever team loses this series will drop down to last place, so they're trying their hardest. Very big Nyla ulti there. Lissandra doesn't have her ulti for the fight because she used it earlier to survive the Syndra, so not able to ult anybody in this fight, and in the end, CR's gonna come out ahead, although now here comes the Cho'Gath. Nice juke by Caress to dodge the Cho'Gath Q, and that should be enough to, well, I was saying it might be enough to get him out, but this Cho'Gath's actually kind of fast, and he's got the speed boost from the... Oh no, that's red team's thing. Never mind. So he should be good here. His team's gonna help him get out. Nice jukes by Caress, not panicking with the Cho'Gath running towards him. Either way, my team drops to 8th after this series. Hey, that's good enough for the playoffs, right? You guys doing top 8 for Light League? Met 9th. Oh, okay. Tough. And I was gonna say first tower is gonna go down, but I'd be lying. And Caress kind of quietly stacking up some kills. Gold here, 4-0. Honestly, kind of keeping his team in it because Cinderell's going to come out, but Lissandra's going to ult in response. Not quite able to finish her off, and now Aatrox is here for the counter gank. Hernandez teaches flashes, and Aatrox has to flash after, but it's a little too slow. Also, you are higher ranked than Pyroan. Is that true? Isn't Pyroan Masters 200 LP right now? Oh, TFT, gotcha. All in coming out here in the bot lane. Nice engage here, but oh, Smolder's gonna go ahead and get knocked out of his E. And will that be enough to get the kill? No. Heal from the Nami is gonna go ahead and save him, and now gank him here in the mid lane. Lissandra fighting them both off right now. And that's gonna be a double kill with Lissandra. Huge play by Joy-Con John. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, they're trying to see if they can get these kills here, but they're getting a little too crazy. Yeah, you're tanking to the tower, but you need to actually kill them still. You can't take forever. And now you're gonna end up going down. Your ult runs out, and then Na's gonna go down as well. So, oh my goodness, 2 big plays. 1 big play there by both teams, rather. 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 1 big play there by both teams Pyro, what do you think about the fact that they're going to reset everyone above Masters to 0 LP Masters? Do you think that's warranted? In terms of gold lead here, you're for it? Okay. Yeah, I've never gotten high enough in Masters that it would really affect me. But I know that the LP amounts for Grandmaster and Challenger have gotten completely insane, so I get what they're going for. Plus, there was a ton of people who there were a ton of people who got really LP inflated early in the season. We might have even had a certain beer leaguer who experienced that. I'm not going to name any names, but we all know who it is. Challenger's like 3K LP, something like that. Back in my day, 800 LP meant something. Yeah. Well, like, even if you play the game all the time and you're climbing, like, the barrier to entry climbs faster than you can climb an LP. Back in my day, D1 meant something. True. True. I remember those days. I wasn't that good yet, but D1, 99 LP, winning a game and not getting promoted because there was only 50 challenger spots. Sorry, I'm going to actually pay attention to the game here. Going for a bit of an engage here, but not able to get in. Bart Doctor has to ulti just in self-defense, but it's not going to be enough. Going to go down now. Sizz is here as well, but Alistair could be able to take down the Smolder. Alistair trying his best to see if there's some way he can escape this, but you're tagged by the Rylai's Singed. I don't think it's happening. Meanwhile, top fighting in, top guy behind gank the Cho'Gath here. Cho'Gath does have flash, ends up using it. Kind of was trying to stall for his jungler, but ends up losing his nerve and flash over the wall. But now the jungler gets ulted by Lissandra and ends up going down, so it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade up here. I didn't even see the No, he didn't even ulti. What killed him then? Hold on. Okay, it's just the QW from Syndra, I guess. With the alright, Cinder Burst. Sheesh. It kind of makes sense that Syndra is more of like a scaling champion now. Like I think that's what they always intended with like her abilities like evolving when you put all the points in them. But it does feel weird that she's just like okay in lane and now like scales really hard because they let her be like a lane bully that falls off forever. Oh, Smolder gonna go ahead and kind of get caught out here, but just gonna E over the wall to safety. Gold pretty closely, about 500 gold lead in favor of Team CR here. Smolder has to flash and do them against Finish. Well, if they do, that will be a kill going over to the Bart Doctor. Lots of very aggressive plays here by Brick, and they've been mostly working. Second item Jock show for Cho'Gath is very interesting, by the way. Guess you have a lot more HP to go with it because you're Cho'Gath, but it's still an interesting choice. Meanwhile, his team's going to go ahead and grab Dragon number 3, so Hickory in a great spot once again with great objective control. How come Rogue Otters isn't on Team Otters? That is a good question. That is a good question. No smooches for Caress. Yep, Tuppy finally died. I'm sure he's devastated. Tai kind of in a dangerous spot here. He should go down. Indeed he will. Shutdown going over to the Cinder as well. That's really not what you want. I don't know why he was so aggressive towards that Rift Herald when he didn't have any team around. lore-wise, I think the fall for Syndra made sense. She didn't finish her training. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. It's just like, if you have abilities that evolve when you put 5 points in them, it kind of seems to imply that like you're supposed to be stronger late rather than weaker. Because like Victor fits that mold, right? Like obviously Victor is much stronger with all his abilities evolved compared to early on. It's just weird that Syndra didn't. Opts not to slam, not to run the Rift Herald into the tower, just goes past. Interesting choice, and then gets caught out here by Joy-Con John. Does he have the damage to finish off Joy-Con John? No. Joy-Con John's gonna go ahead and use the Zanyas to save himself since he used his ult on Syndra. Okay. Well played there by Lysandra, knowing all the tools she had available to win that 1v1, despite being behind. Good job. Volibear going very aggressively here and has to fail. Great bubble there by Nami that's gonna give Smolder a lot of space. I think Smolder, I haven't done a Smolder stack check in a while. 141 at 20 minutes. I have a feeling that's not very good. I'm not a Smolder player, but I'm pretty sure that 140 at 20 minutes is definitely behind schedule in terms of stacks. I think they're usually supposed to have around 180 at this point. But hey, there's some more. There's 7 more stacks. Play breaking out here. Ult is going to go in on the fish. The fish is going to be put on ice. And Hickory managing to find a good fight here despite being outnumbered. Because they overextended too far. The Navori coming in for the Volibear. He's going the very aggressive double damage item build on Volibear. I don't know if I like it. I feel like your team just needs you to frontline more with the Syndra and the Smolder, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, also a questionable TP. I don't know. I think it's okay since it's the mid lane TP. It's not as long of a cooldown. It's not as important. But whenever I see a top laner use their quest TP just to catch a wave, it's like, dude, that's like an 8-minute cooldown. Like, that hurts me, man. Or 7-minute cooldown. It's just, I don't like it. But then again, I have the opposite problem where I just end up never using the damn thing. I've had games where I've gotten to 20 minutes, I've still never, 20 or 20, even 25 minutes, I've still never used my quest reward TP. Partly because I forget I have it, and partly because I never see an opportunity that I can justify using it for.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Speaking of Ott, how is Ott doing in the standings, Mr. Sansi? You guys in the playoff? You guys in the playoff pictures still? I actually don't know where Team Ott is in the standings. Team Hickory moving in here, but they are kind of walking into a trap. But if you're going to send anyone to walk into a trap, Cho'Gath is the right person. And now they're going to go ahead and try to look for the fight first. Lysandra actually gets her E canceled by the Sin grounding, and now the fight's going to break out. Volibear's in the middle, but so is Nyla. And it's hard to tell what exactly is happening, but I think Team Hickory is winning, and they absolutely are. It's going to be a 4-0 in favor of Team Hickory. Let's go ahead and see that fight again. That was very interesting, because yeah, Lysandra tries to E in, but gets stopped by the Singed W, so isn't able to go in. And then CR goes in on them, but I think in an unga-bunga, everybody go in fight, I think the Hickory comp is just better. And yeah, they come out ahead on the fight. Big time. In the race. There you go. And yeah, that will be, and then a shutdown here for Syndra on the Lissandra. Okay, nice job by Caress, kind of sneaking, getting a sneaky one over there. Hickory does get the Hextech Soul though. And Syndra should be coming out with Death Cap here, so indeed she will. So she will be very, very strong now. Got passive fully stacked, got Death Cap, 532 AP. There you go. And Smolder stack check here. He didn't have his 225 stacks. That's part of why that fight went so poorly. He's at 192 now, so he's still a decent bit away from getting it. And I think part of the problem is he's just had a hard time finding waves to take. Sin's kindly going to go ahead and give up his wave here so that Smolder can farm his stacks. 2 people banned at once, goddamn. Lots of bots today. That's like the 5th ban we've had so far this stream. Yeah, the game definitely very much in Team Hickory's favor right now. But, you know, when you have a Smolder, you have a chance. So, we'll see if he can, once he gets that 225, we'll see what impact he can manage to make. Hickory starting the Baron here. They do have Cho'Gath bot with the TP. Alistar's going to go in, and Lasandra's going to hold the Alistar for some reason. Baron is still up, so the fight's going to keep going. And great engage there, or great ult by the Fart Doctor to pull them all in there. And that is going to be, again, another 4-for-0 in favor of Team Hickory. And now they should get the Baron, no problem. Yeah, you're just not strong enough. Like, there's no way you can contest that without your strongest champion there. I get what you're thinking, but you got to poke at him a little bit more. You can't get drawn into an actual fight. And again, another game where Volibear is just really struggling to have much of an impact. I think Volibear is just a very flawed champion. You know, he's got Lissandra W to deal with, Lissandra ulti, Alistar. Like he can't get in. So, you know, I think Volibear really not very good. I think you need a really strong dive partner to go with to make a Volibear work to help him get into fights. Obviously, he's very strong. If he gets in the fights, he can stay in them, but so far, he has been really struggling. Caress looking for some cheese here, but Lissandra says, no, you take the cheese, please. Oh, but gets the ulti off in time. Okay, we'll trade 1-for-1 here, although Nami will give it back. I'm back. Ruh-roh. Yep, it looks like we might have a 2-0 on our hands here. Ruh-roh indeed. Smolder still not quite at 225. Yeah, this is definitely a very slow 225. Which is, yeah, he's going to go ahead and go down here. Gets his E canceled by something that Alistar did. And it might be the beginning of the end here. Very interesting positioning here. Volibear's going to go ahead and flash on Nyla. But not only is that not going to work, I feel like Nyla wants to be close to you, so yeah, she can use W to block the Volibear stun and the W. Just going to say it now, okay. CR lost because bot laners on streamer mode. True, if we knew who the Smolder was, they would be winning for sure. Because he still does not have the stacks. He's almost there. Come on. One more. One more. All right, he's got 225. Go, go, go! Carry, Smolder, carry! Syndra, I don't know. Okay, how the fuck did Syndra end up over there? Someone please explain to me how Syndra ended up on... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, she walked out and then got CC trained, I see. So she does take down Nyla, but Lissandra ulti's a little OP when you're in a mobile mage. And now the rest of the fight's going to begin, but Smolder does finally have the stacks. Let's see if it'll make a difference. Smolder's going to come in and barely nick the Lissandra, but that's about it. And this Cho'Gath very, very tanky. And just kept pushing his way up. But that might be enough. He's going to go down to the execute. So nice pet. CR picking up some shutdowns here, so the game's not over yet. Okay. Hey, get out of the chat, Tai. You're not supposed to be here. Shoot. I don't have the objective timers up. Elder Dragon is about to come up here. Ban him! True. True. Unfortunately, I have a feeling how this is going to go, based on the fact that he's here. But we will see if I am correct. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move into position. Cho'Gath's going to face check into them, but that is A-okay, because this Cho'Gath is the equivalent of an M1 Abrams. Yeah, they don't even need the the Elder. They're just gonna go ahead and wipe them. Yeah, CR is gonna get Elder and win in 3 minutes. That's definitely what's gonna happen. Watch this crazy 1v5 by Singed. Damn, close. Almost did it, but wasn't quite able to pull it off. And yeah, there you go. Nice 2-0 for Team Hickory. Very well played by them. Tai coming in, making a big impact as the sub for them. So well done to him. Let's see. Why is it not showing any of the champions? Hello? There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, he's a big chunky boy. And yeah, Volibear just kind of struggling to. I mean, honestly, this is more damage than I thought. But yeah, tough series here for CR. Paresh especially, I think he played really, really well both games. But you know, that's league for you sometimes. So, and yeah, that'll be it for this series. Fuck, I am bad. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Player 2. We were talking a bit about your Smolder stackitude. I don't know what exactly was happening, but that was a very, very slow 225 stacks. And if it would it made a difference if you had gotten it like a few minutes faster? I don't know, but yeah, the viewers also did not like that you're on streamer mode, so they're very upsetty spaghetti about that. But yeah, that'll do it for this stream. Oh, don't look at my stream. No. Don't look behind the curtain of our strategy. Let's go ahead and see here. I know they're playing the other series right now. Team 6V versus Cake. Screenshotted. Yeah. It's okay. I don't think there's any actual strategy on that page. It was just us talking about the game getting casted, I'm pretty sure. And then yeah, see, what are we looking at in terms of scheduling here? We got Dab versus PMM tomorrow, and Reflex versus PPP, and R2R versus Tits. Okay, so we got a lot of beer leg action tomorrow. Plus this game, where is it? This game here that still needs to be casted as well. So, you know Bernie will play a male champion anyway? That might be where you're wrong. We have plans. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the cast today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.